Welcome back everyone for our hottest ever Cobra Kai Season 4 Watch Party. Today we're looking at what may be Cobra Kai's newest power couple, Robby and Tory. A year ago, just before Season 4, I predicted they may have a few scenes together and perhaps soften the edges. My prediction was something then may brew between them in Season 4. Well, Season 4 is almost here, and it looks like my prediction was right. So let's look at how this will likely play out over the season. Now these two should by all rights hate each other, and they did, at least a little, but that animosity had faded by the end of Season 3. They almost had a little understanding between each other. So where does that pick up going into Season 4? Tory will likely be in a bad mood over what happened at the LaRusso man's brawl. It's unclear what Robby will think of it. I doubt he would think it was a good idea, and maybe she's partly to blame for what happened. Perhaps they get into a fight. I tend to think early season the tension between Tory and Robby will be higher than it was in Season 3. They disagree. Kreese picks Robby as the top student, and Tory feels like he doesn't deserve it. They'll probably fight. A lot. This is likely another fight between them early in the season. I don't think it's the first episode because you can clearly see Terry Silver in the mirror in a black gi, so this is at least a few episodes in. The key to understand is Tory doesn't want to be displaced in Cobra Kai, as that is close to all she has. She's constantly fighting more and more aggressively because she's trying to prove herself. She leads an attack on the other dojos and loses badly. She lost a fight to Sam. Oh, and Miguel is through with her. She's desperate to prove herself. The only thing she knows to do is to turn up the aggression and let it out. This is why the romance won't start early. Tory is not in a healthy place to start a relationship. Robby probably isn't either, but at the moment she needs help. She has to get her anger and aggression under control. She has to latch onto something else that can anchor her emotionally. This is where Robby teaching her Miyagi-Do comes in. It's more than just learning the moves and muscle memory. The concept of preparing and focusing on defense is totally new to her. This is why I have said these moments in the trailer are so significant. She's not just learning Miyagi-Do moves or Mr. Miyagi's teaching methods. Tory is introduced to a whole new outlook on life. It's an approach to life, I will add, that works out quite well for a lot of people. Learning Miyagi-Do and learning that defense is just as important in a fight and in life will do more to change Tory's character than getting expelled from school or probation or any of those punishments. When she blocks and it works, she is forced to accept that there are things she does not know. But what's important here is Robby is the one teaching her. Here's a cool life hack. One of the best ways to gain someone's trust, especially someone you just met or don't know well yet, is to change that person's mind about something. It will completely shape their opinion on you, even if it's somewhat minor. The mental process of strongly believing one thing, then realizing that belief is wrong, and changing it to something different, and changing it to a new belief, is pretty extraordinary. That enlightenment will be associated with you. The person will trust you completely on unrelated things, because you earned that trust. It's a rather weird phenomenon and hard to fully understand until you've been there yourself and had the presence of mind to realize what was happening. But that is definitely what is happening here. Tory is going to learn there is more to fighting, to karate, and to life than just pure unfiltered aggression. There's other angles, there's defense, there's balance. The person who teaches her this is Robby. Now Tory isn't one to show her feelings or even how she changed her mind openly. She doesn't want to be vulnerable. But there will be a change. You can expect that around mid-season, at least where it first gets to her. Then she will start to see Robby as someone who is really helping her and making a difference in her life. But then, what about Robby? He was head over heels for Sam, and it cost him dearly. He also had trouble letting her go. He defended her when he was locked up in juvie. He even defended her to Tory when he got out. It was only seeing her and Miguel back together did he realize that she had moved on. Was he just her rebound boyfriend? She will insist not, but he'll feel like that. Robby will close himself off emotionally for self-protection. He'll have some motivation to do so. Consider this deleted scene from the Season 3 finale. This was going to be very early in the episode before all the fighting. Kreese asks, "Why do you think your father lost to LaRusso?" Robby answers, "The crane kick? You think he lost because of that crane crap? There's no kick on this earth that could have stopped Johnny Lawrence in his prime. The reason your father lost is because he thought he was in love. He lost focus. He let his emotions get the best of him. Just like you did with that LaRusso girl." Robby looks down, feeling vulnerable. Kreese approaches and puts a tender hand on his shoulder. "Remember, the one part of your body you always have to protect is right here." He points to his heart. "If you want to tap into your full potential, you need to shut everything else out and strike." Now, personally, I'm not a fan of the scene and think cutting it out was a good decision. While that could be Kreese's memory of the event, I don't think Johnny lost to Daniel just because he was in love with Allie. This scene was trying too hard to set up the tension in the episode. But what is relevant is that Kreese tells Robby to close himself off from emotions. The Robby we see in the trailer has very clearly done this. We have many shots of Robby and Tory together, but they aren't staring longingly into each other's eyes. They're mad, they're aggressive, they're often ready to fight. Robby and Tory both let themselves be vulnerable with Miguel and Sam. Getting hurt sucks for anyone, but for these two, who had such harsh lives, the hurt stings even more. The obstacle to their relationship is, can they both open themselves up again, let themselves be vulnerable yet again and embrace the other? I would like to think the answer is yes, and it happens late in the season. It happens because Tory is realizing there is more to life than unbridled aggression, and Robby is the one who taught her. It happens because Robby realizes Tory is someone who's insanely loyal, completely dedicated. She wouldn't cheat on him. She would literally fight to defend him. Robby's mom left him. Sam cheated on him. Maybe Tory can be the one girl in his life who will never abandon him. This is all later in the season. They finally realize they each have what the other needs. Robby shows Tory another approach to life. Tory provides Robby with stability and loyalty. I think they show up to prom partially to have fun, but partially to annoy their exes, namely Miguel and Sam. It's weird, but it's a freeing moment for them. They aren't bogged down by their attachments and feelings. The All Valley tournament presents them with the perfect opportunity. Tory and Robby have something to prove against Sam and Miguel, and that makes all the difference. Sam and Miguel want to win to help their dojo and stop Cobra Kai, but Robby and Tory? Oh no, it's way more personal. The one who has something to prove is the one to look out for. Does Sam have something to prove in a fight against Tory? No, she beat her twice. Does Miguel have something to prove? Well, considering his injury, he does have far more than Sam, for sure. But it isn't going to burn as hot as it does for Robby. That'll be what gives Robby and Tory the edge and why they win their fights. It'll also be a repudiation of Kreese. It's not shutting out your emotions that makes you strong. By embracing them, perhaps with the guidance from Terry Silver, they will be stronger than ever. So are you excited to see a romance between Robby and Tory? How will it heat up? Leave a comment and let me know. Be sure to subscribe. We are reaching crunch time. Have a great day. I'll see you at the next watch party.